Hi there, welcome my dear students. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how you can create a Netflix login page similar to this one. So we have a logo here, we have a background image, and we have a form here. Sorry, not Google form. We have a Netflix login form here. So what I'm gonna do, let me show you here. I have already created this for you guys, so I'm gonna recreate this again for you guys from scratch. So we need few things, not two things, to make this successfully completed. So here we have a footer as well. We are not gonna focus on the footer on the Netflix page, but we need one thing. We need logo from here, and we need their background image from here. What you can do, you can right click on here, and you can go into the inspect, and from here what you can do, you can select, and here you will see the Netflix background image here, the banner. What you can do, you can just simply click on here, and this will open up in the new tab, and you can save image in your folder, and you can utilize when you are creating the Netflix login page. And the other thing that we need is we need this Netflix logo. So here, can you see we have the SVG of this logo, so we can utilize this one. And let's go on onto the our folder into the our folder. Here I have put the image already here. I have downloaded that I have shown you. So what I'm gonna do, I will create a folder here with the name of assets. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push this inside the assets. And normally the structure that you have to build when you are like building when you are working with the front end, or when you are building a full web application. So normally what I do, I create a folder, I categorize each and everything, so inside images, and I will move this into the images. And here I need one more folder, that is going to be CSS. I'm going to use these two folders, and now I'm going to open up this in the VS Code. So if you have not set up your VS Code like this, you can watch my video that I have uploaded on my channel, how to set up the VS Code. So you can see these options on your end. Sometimes, like when students are installing the VS Code, they skip important settings of VS Code. So I can right click here. I can directly open up this in the VS Code, or I can open up this folder as well, like directly. So here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a new file. I can click on this but on this icon, or I can press A. I have done my settings on my VS Code. So I'm gonna say index.html. Here I will do shift exclamation mark, and I will hit enter. And in the document, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say here Netflix login form. I will save this. And the other thing that I need is I need to link my style sheet. So I'm gonna say that inside assets, I need there is a CSS folder. Inside that, I need a file with the name of app.css. I will save that right now. In here, I don't have apps.css, so I will do Alt and click, and I'm gonna say create my file. So can you see my file is created? I'm gonna split up this here. Now I'm gonna close this one. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my live server to see the results on the browser. So let me show you the browser. Here we have the Netflix login page here. I will do Control U. So here, can you see I have Netflix login form, I have app.css, it's linked, it's not giving me any error. So now what I can do, I can start working onto the our markup. So here, what I'm gonna do, I will hit enter inside the body, and I need few things here. I need nav, and inside nav I need a tag, and I will say hash for now. If you have any link, you can paste that here. Now inside here I need the Netflix logo here. So what I can do, I will come up here, I will go into onto the main Netflix page. I will inspect this logo, and here can you see I have this SVG. I will do just Control C. I will come back into my design, and I will paste that logo here. Can you see I have this here? So I'm gonna close this from here. It's a very huge thing. Let me hit enter, and now I'm gonna wrap up this. There you go. Now what I can do, I will come back here onto here. Can you see I have the Netflix logo here? So once we start working with the CSS, we are gonna fix each and everything. And on the other hand, we need few more things. We need Google Fonts. So what you can do, you can type here Google Fonts, and you will see the first link you need to open up in the new tab. Here I have type Roboto. So I'm gonna use the font Roboto in here. So what you can do, you can click on Roboto, hit click here, and you will see styles of Roboto here. I'm going to select all of these styles for now. So let me quickly add all of these, and here I will click on import, and from here I'm going to copy this import link from here, and I will go back into the browser, sorry, into my VS Code. I will paste the import link here, and the next thing that I have to do is I need to do some settings on my page. I will do asterisk, and inside that I will say M0 margin 0, P0 padding 0, and after that I need the box sizing, and that is going to be border box. And after that I need the font family. I can write the font family here, or what I can do, I can come up here, and from here can you see the CSS rules to specify the families. So what I can do, I will copy from here, I will come back into my VS Code, and I will paste here font family. This is my font family. The next thing that I need is I need the body color. So I'm gonna give a body color. So I'm gonna say, like, in case of image is not loading, I want some background color here. So I'm gonna say that 000, that is going to be black one. And next thing, we need body uh, colon and before. So in before, what we need, we want to put our background image that we have placed here in the images folder. So what I'm gonna do, I will type here content, that is going to be null for now, and inside that, that is going to be position is going to be absolute, and here I'm gonna say left is going to be 0, right is going to be, sorry, left and top is going to be 0, and after that we need opacity, that is going to be 0.5, and after that we need width, that is going to be 100%, and later on we need height, that is also going to be 100%, and after that the next thing that I need is background here. So in the background I'm going to put the background image URL, and I'm going to say right now I'm in the CSS folder, so it's back there. Let me go one folder back. One second. So I'm gonna go one folder back. We have images. Inside images we have Netflix login page, login JPG, sorry. And after that I'm gonna say background repeat, and that is going to be, I will say, initial. And after that I need the background position, like where we want our image to be, that is going to be into center. So it's done. Let's go back here and let me check here. Can you see we have our Netflix image here? So right now we can't see the logo, so we will show that as well here. So for that, before showing that here, let me write some CSS for our nav. So what I can do here, can you see I have used the tag nav? Let me close this Explorer from here. So I'm gonna do nav tag, and I'm gonna say position for the nav, that is going to be, position is going to be fixed, and after that I need some padding. So I'm gonna say padding is going to be 25 px, and after that a top bottom 25 px, and left right, that is going to be 60 px, and after that I need z index here, that is going to be 1, I will say that. And let me see, do we have any change here? Let me inspect this. Can you see in the before we have this image we are showing here, and after that we have the nav. Can you see it's showing something here that is coming up here, but right now we can't see our logo, so that means we have to do few more things here. So I'm gonna do nav, and after that I will say inside the nav we have a tag, inside that we have svg, so I'm gonna say a, and inside that we have a svg, so I'm gonna do, I will say width, that is going to be, I will say 167 px, and I need to give the color. So in SVG you can't use color. For the SVG you can use the fill to fill the color. So I'm gonna say E 50914. This is the SVG color that I can use. Let me save that. Let's come back here. Can you see now we can see the logo here? Can you see? We have the padding around here. That's why we use the padding. If we are not using padding, it's gonna go up like this. So Z index, there is no impact on Z index. Okay, I was using position absolute, so I thought Z index is gonna do some impact, but there is no use of Z index, so you can remove this. So inside the A we have the SVG. So can you see we have this color, and where from this color you can pick. You can come up here in the SVG, and here can you see fill, this one. can you see the Netflix is using the fill from here? So I will use this fill color from here. So that's how you can pick any CSS or anything from any website and modify that into your code. The next thing is we have to work with our form. So what I can do, I will come out from the nav, and here I'm gonna say that this is going to be form hyphen wrapper, and inside that I need a h2, and inside h2 I'm gonna say that sign in, and let me save that, and let me come back here. I'm gonna say form, and right now we don't need any action here. I'm gonna just put hash, or you can completely remove this, it's up to you, because we are not attaching any backend. This is just the front-end UI. So inside here, what I need another class that is going to be, I'm gonna say form control, and I will hit enter, and inside form control I need an input that is going to be text, and I'm gonna say that this is required. Like this is just a attribute of front-end validation when you are doing. And the next thing is we need a label, and I'm gonna say that let me remove the for attribute, we don't need that. I'm gonna say that email or phone number. Let me save that. Let me show you on the browser. One second. Okay, right now we have not done the CSS, so that's why it's not showing. So next thing is I will do some work on the CSS first, so we can see the form on the front end. So later on we will move on to the our next part. Okay, now here in the app.css, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type here the form wrapper. I'm gonna say dot form wrapper, and inside here I need position absolute, and here I need left to be 0, and top, sorry, left is going to be 50% because we need this into the center. So after that we need top, that is also going to be 50%, and I need border hyphen radius, and that is going to be 4 pixels. And after that I need padding, that is going to be top, bottom, left, right, that is going to be 70 px. And after that I need width of this form, that is going to be 450 px, and that is 450 px, not 45, sorry. And after that we need one more thing, that is I need transform here. I'm gonna say transform and translate, and I need this minus 50% and minus 50 x and y. And after that I need the background, that is going to be, I will say RGBA, and red, green, blue, and alpha is for the opacity, and I'm gonna say 0, 0, 0, and after that I need the opacity 0.75%. So the black color and the opacity is going to be 0.5%, 75, sorry, 0.75, not the percent. And let me come back here. Can you see we have this thing here now? Because of this, can you see I have right the left, so this can be into the center. From top I want this to be in the center, and after that we have this transform translate. If I'm not using this one, this is not gonna be into the center. So here, this is the background thing. So now the next thing that I need to work on this form. Let's complete this form, and after that we are going to start working on the CSS part, or let me do some CSS part right now. Next is here, I'm going to use the form wrapper here, and after that inside the form wrapper I have the h2 tag that I'm going to use here. I'm going to say h2, and after that I'm going to say color, that is going to be hash FFF, and that is going to be white, or I can directly type the white. And the next thing I need is the font size, that is going to be 2 rem, and 1 rem is equal to 16 pixel, and 2 rem is going to be 32 pixel. Can you see this is sign in and this is white now? So the next thing that we need to work on the form control class that we have put here. So I'm gonna copy this one from here, and I'm gonna say, or I can directly call the form control as well. So, or I have the form here, or what I can do, in the form wrapper I have the form. Let's work on the form first. So I need some margins, so I'm gonna say margin, that is going to be top, bottom, 25, sorry, top, we have 25 pixels, 0, and after that I need the 65 pixels. So let's go into the browser, let me refresh. So here Inside that we have form. Here can you see we have margin 25 pixel from the top, right 0, bottom 65, and left is going to be 0. So the next thing that we need to work on is we are gonna use the form tag here, and inside form we have the form control. So we are gonna work on this form control class. So I'm gonna say dot form control, and inside that I need the height that is going to be 50 pixels, and after that I need the position that is going to be relative, and then I need the margin bottom that is going to be 16 pixels. Let me save that and let's come back here, and let's see. Can you see? We have this. So once we have more fields here, more things, it's gonna look like similar to this one. So that's why I'm putting the margin here. So let me come back here. The next thing that we need to work is inside the form control we have the input here. So we are gonna work on the input now. So I'm gonna say form, I'm gonna pick up the form control, and inside the form control we have an input tag. So I'm gonna say height that is going to be 100%, and I need the width that is also gonna be 100%, and after that I need the background for this input that is going to be hash 333, and after that that is going to be dark gray type, something a little not exactly black, lesser than black. I'm not very good in explaining color names, so well, you know better than me. So I'm gonna say border is going to be none. Right now by default sometime on the input we have the border, and outline is going to be none, and after that I'm gonna say border radius that we need is, I'm gonna say 4 pixels, and after that I need the color that is going to be white, or you can type hyphen FFF like this, like I have done above. So I'm giving you two techniques, like you can use the color code or you can use the color name. And the next thing is I'm gonna say font size that is going to be 1 rem, and then I need a padding here. So I'm gonna say padding that is going to be 0 pixel from top and bottom, but from left and right I need the 20 pixels padding. So it's safe. Let me come back here, and can you see this one? So let me show you the input now. Can you see height is 100% by default? It was not 100%. I have done the width 100%. So here, can you see we have the width 100%. After that, we have padding here. Can you see I was using the padding? And after that we have the font size, like whatever we are going to write inside here. So we have 1 rem, and by default the input font size is different, so this must be here somewhere. So it's not 16 pixel by default, so we have put here 1 rem, and after that we have border radius for these corners, and we have remove if there is any kind of outline or borders. Can you see we have the border? We have removed the border now. So the next thing that we have to work on, that is going to be our input on focus. We want something. We have this label right now. It's on bottom. We want our label to be here, and we want to move on up and down. So we are going to work on our label part now. So there are a few more things. Let's work on the label here first, and later on we will do a few more things. So I'm going to say position that is going to be, I'm going to type here so you can see the live changes here. Position that is going to be absolute, and after that I'm going to say left that is going to be 20 pixels, and after that I need I want this to be top, that is going to be 50%. Can you see it's here now? And after that I need transform here. Sorry, not transition, transform. I'm going to use the transform, and I'm going to say translate y on the y-axis. I want to translate. That is going to be, let me do minus, let's go into the minus. Let me do percentage, or you can do the in the pixels, or you can do in the percentage. I'm gonna do the into the percentage, so it's gonna handle according to the percentage here. And the next thing, I need the font size here for the label. Right now font size is different. I'm gonna say for the label it's going to be 1 rem, and because we need to change the font size later on, I will show you why I'm writing here. And after that we want we don't want any kind of pointer event, so I'm gonna say none, and after that I have to put the color. Right now it's black, it's not looking good, so I'm gonna change this color as well. That is going to be hash 8c 8c 8c. Can you see it's a little bit light gray something, so it's more prominent now. So the next thing that is I need transition, because when I'm gonna click here, this needs to be go up and come down when I'm outside of the box. So on focus I want this to be up, so I'm gonna say transition, that is going to be all, like on all properties, and after that that is going to be 0.1 s, and the property of the transition that I'm gonna use here, that is going to be ease. So this is for our label. Can you see? That's how it's gonna work. Can you see? This is what ease is. So I'm gonna copy all of this. I will come back here, and here I'm gonna say that is going to be form control, and inside that we have label. Can you see inside the form control we have label, and inside label we are gonna put our CSS that we have done right now. There you go. It's saved now. I will come back here and let me reload. Can you see changes has been made? But can you see it's still there? Our label is there. When I'm writing something, I can't see the text. Both are merging together, so I don't want this to be merged. So what I want to do, I want on focus something to be changed. On focus, first of all, when I'm gonna click here, I want to change the background color, and I want to add some padding. So what I'm gonna do, I will pick up this form control from here. Let me do that. Or let's do that later. Let's work on the label first. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this from here. Let me paste it, form control. And here I'm gonna say form control. Inside that, we have input. Like we are gonna say that when it's focus, then when someone is gonna focus on here, I'm gonna say focus. And after that we want one more thing, if it's valid, and I want to say any siblings of that, any sibling of the input, we want to apply this property that we are going to write now. We're going to right now going to write here, and I'm going to say that font size. Right now, can you see the font size for the label is 1 rem, but now I want to change the font size of this. So I'm gonna say this is going to be 0.7 rem. Like when I'm gonna click on the inside the input, like when it's gonna focus, I want to change the font size. And after that, I have used the transform property here, that is translate y minus 50%. So I'm gonna say that I don't want this to be not 50%. I want this to be 130%. So I want this to go on top. Yeah, like when I was doing minus 50, it was going little up. So in on 130, it's gonna go a little more up. But the font size is also gonna reduce, so we will have more space for writing. So I'm gonna save this. I will come back here and I'm gonna reload my page. It's already reloaded. I have a live server that is running here. So when I'm gonna click here, can you see it's going up? Can you see? But still, it's looking much better. But can you see both are overlapping a little bit? So I need to adjust that. So what I'm gonna do, I will come back here and I'm gonna copy this from here. And after the input, we want something on the input, like when input is focus and it's valid, I want to do something on the input as well. So I'm gonna say I want to change the background. Right now background is 333. I want to change the background a little bit. I'm gonna say 444. And the next thing is we have I give the padding here. I want to change the padding as well here. So I'm gonna say uh, on top, from top we need 16 pixels, and from left right I need 20 pixels, and from bottom I don't want anything. I want to be 0, the padding. So let's come back here and let me reload that. Now if I type anything, can you see it's looking perfectly fine? It's looking perfectly fine. I will type Abraham. It's looking perfectly fine here. Now let me show you the input. Can you see I have write down when it's gonna focus. I'm gonna focus here. Can you see before that this was looking like this, but now it's looking good. Can you see this one? That's why we are putting the padding, and here the text the on the input focus we are changing the color, and on label, can you see it's on the top, like when it's the focus it's applying this the font size. Can you see? And transform, this is the what we have done. It's overriding these CSS properties that we have write down. And let me reload the page. Can you see when I'm doing focus, it's going above, and when I'm gonna click outside, it's gonna back, and the background color is changed. So the next thing that we need to work on, that is our gonna the password one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply I'm gonna copy this div from here, and I'm gonna paste that here. And the next thing, the type is going to be password, and I'm gonna say that this is going to be password. Let me save that, and let's go into the browser and let's see that. Can you see here? Both are working. So we have fixed one field and other one is also filled. Can you see on both it's working fine? So they are giving some validation error. We are not working with the backend. So if we are working with the backend, there are multiple ways. Like we can include the JavaScript, and we can convert this into React, or we can include the validation from the backend. Like when someone is leaving this empty, we can, using JavaScript or from React, we can put the validation here, like field must be filled. But the main thing is when we are clicking here, because we are talking about the HTML and CSS, so that's why I'm not talking about the JavaScript. But when we are clicking here, can you see password is going up, email is going up, like the label is going up. So this is what we need. I'm not working on the show, because like when I'm writing something here, if I click on show, it's gonna show here. But right now we are not working with the JavaScript thingy. We are just working with the HTML and CSS. If you want this to be converted into JavaScript as well, so I can add the JavaScript here in the next video, and I can show you how you can show and hide the password. The next thing that we need is we need the button, sign in button, and the remember me, and this need help thing we need here. And after that we need some text, and new to Netflix, sign up now. We need these things here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back here in my code, and outside of this div, I'm gonna work on our button. So I'm gonna say button, and inside button I'm gonna say sign in. But the button type, I'm gonna change the button type. That is going to be, I'm gonna say this is going to be submit. Let me save that. Let's come back here into the browser. Can you see we have this button here? Let me minimize this. Can you see we have the button? Let me close this from here. We have the button one here. Let me get back this. Okay, let's get back into our code. And here we have now inside the form control, we have this button here. So I'm gonna use the form tag here. So because I'm gonna call this from the form, and after that we have a button here. So I'm gonna say inside form we have a button, because we have only one button. That's why I'm targeting like that. But if there are more buttons, we have multiple forms, multiple pages, then I'm not gonna target like this. Then my approach is gonna be the different one. So what I need the width. I need width that needs to be 100%, and after that I need padding. That is need to be like 16 px, top bottom, and 0 from left right. Let me save that. Let's come back here. Can you see we have the button on full? So let me inspect this button, and let me change the view as well, so we can see both of the things here. So now this is the button. I have write this code. Let me write more code here, so you can see the live changes. Font size, and after that 1 rem. Can you see our font size has been changed? Now I need the background, and the background is going to be E5, the same one that the Netflix logo have, 050E5 and 914, I believe, 05. Yes, this is the code that I'm gonna use. The next thing, I need the button color, like we have done with the background, but we need to change the text color. So I'm going to use the color, and this is going to be white, or you can use the color code. Now I need the weight, font weight that is going to be 500, and I'm going to use the border radius that is going to be border, after that radius that is going to be, I'm gonna use the 4px same, and after that I need border to be none. I don't want any kind of border outline. If there is any outline, I want to say none. And I need margin as well. So right now margin, top bottom we need 25 pixels, sorry, from top 25, left right 0, and bottom one is going to be 10 pixels. Right now can you see we have some space here. The next thing the next thing that we need to do is we need cursor. Let me see. We don't have any cursor when we are hovering here. So I need a cursor here as well, and I'm gonna say pointer. If I hover here now, can you see we have a cursor when we are hovering here? So the next thing is I need a transition. I'm gonna say 0.1s and ease. So that's it. We are done with the button thing here. Let me copy the CSS. Let's go back into our VS Code, and I'm gonna replace our CSS that we have done in the browser. So it's saved. Let's come back here and let me reload the page. Can you see? This is coming from our app.css. We have changed that. The next thing we need to work on this part, and after that we will be done. And let me open up that. And from here, the next thing, let me write up the markup here. I'm gonna create a class here. I'm gonna say form hyphen help, and inside that I need one more class that is going to be remember me, and inside that I need a input, and this input is gonna have a ID. I'm gonna say remember me, and after that we have the input, and by default we need one thing. We want this checkbox to be checked. Let me save that, and if I come back here, we have this box here. Oops, one second, we need to change one thing. Type is text. We don't want the type to be text. That is going to be checkbox. Let's come back into the browser here. Can you see we have this now? Tick here. It's by default it's checked. Let me come back into the code, and input, we have the input, and on the other hand we need a label as well. That is we have seen on the Netflix. So I'm gonna say that this remember me is linked with this, and I'm gonna say here, let me paste that, remember me. Let me save that. So when we are gonna click on the remember me or the checkbox is gonna check. Let me reload. Can you see the text? I'm clicking on the text and my checkbox is checking. That's why I'm using the for attribute here. So later on we are going to work on the CSS part as well to make look this more beautiful. And after that, this div, after this div, outside of this div, I need a tag. I'm gonna say hash, and I'm gonna say need help and question mark. Oops, I'm sorry, I have a black box here. Let me. So whenever I'm putting question mark, my black box is detecting and it's open up there. And after that, outside of this div, outside of this form, we need some text. I'm gonna say p tag, and I'm gonna say new to Netflix. And again, I have to put the question mark. Let me put here space, and after that I need a tag inside here, and I'm gonna put href and hash, and here I'm gonna say sign up now, and after this I need some text. I'm gonna use a small tag, and I'm gonna type here this page, or let me come onto the Netflix and let me copy the text from here. This page is protected, blah blah blah. Let me copy that and let me paste that here. So let me remove that. I'm gonna use this a tag here. Let me put that here. I'm gonna cut from here. I'm gonna put that here. Learn more, and oops, let me go back. So I'm gonna remove this. Let me save that. Let's come back here. Right now, here, let me reload. Can you see we have need help, sign up now, learn more. This is not looking good. So we are gonna make this look good, and at the end you will see this page is fully responsive. So I will come up here in the CSS. Here we need one more thing. We need to put on our button, we want to put the hover effect as well. So I'm gonna say on button hover, we want some things to do. We want to change the color, we want to change the background, and we are gonna say background, that is going to be hash C and 40812. Let me save that. And after that we have inside the form, we have form wrapper, and inside the form wrapper we have a tags. Can you see we have one a tag, we have another a tag. We are going to target all of these a tags inside the form wrapper. I'm going to say whatever if there are any a tag, or I can directly do the a tag text decoration that is going to be none. Or what I can do, I can simply cut from here. Let me cut from here on the top. Let's go on to the top, and before body I'm gonna say, or after the body I'm gonna say a tag text decoration needs to be none. So I'm gonna remove this. So we have already removed that from here, and after that I need a tag. I'm gonna say whenever someone hover the a tag, we want something. We are gonna say text decoration that needs to be underlined when someone is gonna hover. So let me come back here. Right now there is no, can you see when I'm hovering I have the underline here, and before that we don't want any kind of underline. And the next thing we need to do is inside the form wrapper we have few tags. We have label, we have p tag, and we have small, and we have a tag. So we are going to target all of these tags at once, and we're going to apply some property. We're going to say form wrapper, and after that we are going to use where, like wherever these classes are inside the form wrapper, like we're going to say label, and where we have p tag, we have small, and we have a tag, apply our this css on them. I'm gonna say color, and that is going to be hash b3 b3 b3. Let me save that, and let's come back here. Can you see our text color has been changed? So I'm gonna come back here, and we need to make this look more beautiful. Right now it's not looking beautiful, so I'm gonna work on a little more, and after that we are gonna finish this up. So inside form, we are gonna pick up the form tag, and inside form we have this form help. So, or I can target this form help as well directly like this. So I'm gonna say form help, and here I'm gonna say display flex, and after that I need one more thing, justify content, that is going to be space between, so we can see both things parallel. Let me save that. Let me come back here. Can you see? I can see both parallel. Let me inspect that so I can explain. If you're new to CSS, you have not done a lot of work, so I'm gonna explain you the concept. So in display flex, it's putting both items in a row. Right now, both are in different row. I want this to be put in one row, so that's why I'm using display flex. And after that, if I remove that, can you see both are like, it's looking like this is the one syntax, remember me, and n is concatenating with the e. So I'm going to use your justify content space between. There are multiple properties. So if I turn on here display flex, can you see? There's this space between, like it's empty. So whatever we are going to write up, this space is going to fill up once we start writing anything. So this is the empty space here, and they put both things on their edges. So next thing, there's a few more things that we need to work on, and inside the form help we have this remember me. We need to work on the remember me. So I'm gonna say inside the form help, we have, one second, inside the form help we have this remember me. I'm gonna say that um, inside the form help remember me, I need one more thing. I need this to be display flex, and after that I need one more thing inside the remember me. Let me copy that. Inside this remember me, I have an input. I want to do some work on the input as well. So here I need one thing. I need the margin. I need margin that is going to be margin right, and that is going to be 5px. And after that I need the accent color, that is going to be hash b3 and after that b3. So this is going to be our accent color. Let me show you the accent color. Can you see? Before that, that was the blue, the color inside the box that was blue. Right now is the accent color, similar to this one. So we have the same thing here, and after that we are done with the input thing. Next thing, we need to work on the font size on the label. Let me copy this one from here, and I'm gonna paste that here. I need this from here, form help. Let me Let me remove this form help where we have label and a tag, not all. We have label and a. I want to change the font size. Let me do the font size, that is going to be 0.9 rem. Let me save that. Let me show you. Can you see it's looking small now, similar to this one that was bigger before. Let me show you. Let me inspect this, and here, can you see the difference? It's looking more beautiful and elegant now. I will come back here, and the next thing that we need to work on, we need to work on our P and A tag. So I'm gonna work on here. Let me check, and it's inside the form wrapper. I'm gonna pick up the form wrapper because the parent element of P tag is form wrapper, not the form. Form is the sibling of P tag. So here I'm gonna say a P, and inside that we have a, and we want to change the color for the A. That is, we are going to say color that is going to be the white inside the P A. Let me show you here. Here, can you see this is white, similar to this? Can you see? Now the next thing that we need to work on, we need to work on this small one. I'm gonna copy. Let me copy the whole thing. Let me duplicate that, and here I'm gonna use this small, and I'm gonna say I want to say display. This is going to be block, and after that I need margin top 15 pixels, and after that I need a color as well. I'm gonna use the same color B31, and let me save that, and let's come back here. Let me reload. Can you see we have some space between this? Now we need to work on a little bit on this learn more button. So what I'm gonna do, I will come back here, and on the A tag we need to work. I'm gonna copy that, I'm gonna place here and A tag, and on A tag we need to change the color, so I'm gonna change the color of that. So that is going to be #0071 EB. Let me save that, and let's come back here. Let me refresh. Can see we have this blue one. So let me make this responsive. Let's see if this is looking good. So far this is looking good, but I want to change few things. Like I want this to be full, like similar to Netflix. So I want to change this in the mobile version. So after this 740, I want this form to be on full screen. So we are gonna work on that. So here, from here, our media query is gonna start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say add media screen only screen. Let's zoom add media only screen, and after that I'm gonna say max width. I'm gonna say 740 px, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say body before, and I want to do something right now. If I come up here on the body, we have, can you see we have a lot of things here. So I'm gonna change this. I don't want to see after the 740, I don't want to see any kind of background, so I'm gonna say display, that is going to be none. Let me save that, and let me show you here. Can you see everything is gone on the background? So we have full. If I come up on the bigger screen, can you see we have the background? If I'm going on to the lower screen, less than like 740, once it touches the 740 and lower, it's gonna remove the image from there. And the next thing is we need to work on our nav and our form wrapper. We need to work on this form wrapper, dot form wrapper, and I'm gonna say I need the padding. I need to change the padding for both of. I need to change padding 20 pixels, and after that I have nav a, and inside that we have a svg. So I'm gonna say the width for that is going to be 140 pixels, and before that on the large screen we have different nav image. Sorry, this is going to be svg. It's different, and after that I need the form wrapper again. I'm gonna pick up the form wrapper from here, and oops, I'm sorry, form wrapper here, and I'm gonna say sorry, form wrapper, and width is going to be let me think, form wrapper width is going to be 100%. Right now we have changed the width. By default, width for the form wrapper is different. Let me show you again. Here, can you see we have 450 pixels here? Let me come back here. Now we want the form wrapper width to be 100%, and from top we need this to be 43%. Let me remove this dollar sign. So we are done with the form wrapper, and after that, inside the form wrapper, we have a form. We need to target this. Let me copy this from here. Let me paste that, and I'm gonna say inside that there is a form, and I want to apply some changes here, and that is going to be margin, and I'm gonna say margin is going to be 25 pixels, top 0 from the left right, and from bottom I need 40 pixels. Let me save that. Let me come back here. Oh, boom. We have something wrong. Let me check what I have missed. Form wrapper width, oh, 43 pixels. This is going to be 43%. That's why it's showing issue. There you go. Can you see it's looking good, automatically adjusting each and everything. And let me come back here. We have only one thing left here, the H2 size. We need to adjust this one. So I'm gonna copy this one from here, and I'm gonna type here H2, and we need to change not the font size, we are gonna change the margin top. I'm gonna say that is going to be 60 pixels. Let me save that, and let's come back here. Can you see we have a margin now here? This looks perfectly fine now. Can you see it's looking perfectly good on the smaller screen, and if we go onto the bigger, it's perfectly fine. So if you have liked my video, please do subscribe my channel to stay updated with the latest video, and see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.